Right. So last session we were talking about the handlebars, if you remember. So I'll just, without wasting any time, I'll just keep on doing the example that we were doing, and here we will see that what we can do particularly by using handlebars. And if you remember again from the last class that we talked about, that handlebars will give us this facility of defining a template HTML file capable of receiving data and then showing it, right? So to do that, I'm just taking a quick review of the last class. I hope those who were in their last class, they probably remember, or those who are new here, they would just know quickly. So we have just done what? We have just added this express handlebars variable, like we have just required this express handlebars. Not only that, we have installed that one as well. If you see here that in your dependencies, you will find express handlebars version 5.3.2, whatever. So that is also there. And what we have done is that we just we need to provide this dot engine and dot set view engine. So we are setting up a view engine that the file that we'll be looking at, the file that we'll be opening up, will be HBS file. So we'll be talking about the HBS files over here, by the way. So let me quickly show you something that is in our notes. So we talked about this handlebars, and we say that we saw that handlebars does just do that. And what is that? Basically, they will be just used as a plugin for data. So you see here, some data has been passed to it, and that data can be displayed by using their name from which it has been passed to it. So we were looking at our own example, and these were the steps that they asked us to know that we have something called this for view data, and we can just use that view data, and we can just create a view data file or something like that. So this was something, and I was just handling, or we were talking about our own example, which was here. And what is this example? First of all, let me see it's running, and let me show you it's executing file. And again, just a quick reminder that what this file is doing, and today what will be like. So when I'm accessing characters, you remember that I have got some characters in my the characters.json, and it's just bringing up those all those records of all those data from that one. So first of all, and secondly, that we talked about that we were using that add I think it was add data or whatever. It was the route that we created. We'll have to just look at that route that we created for adding. Or there was an add for heroes, like a route for the heroes as well. So you remember, if you just want to know who are the heroes out of it with the wrong spelling, so we were just checking the heroes were there. And what were the other parts? If you see here, heroes and then characters.add. We could also add a few characters, and char add. Oh, again using the wrong one. So what was that? Characters/add, right? So characters/add. So we could add some character if you want. We could register a new user. This was another route that we were using. And then we had add pick one, and this add pick was doing a wonderful thing for us, that we could also select a picture out of it. So these were the few things. Now what we are doing today, just to start with, and we are working on the handlebars. First thing that we want to do is that we want to just make this an HTML page. I hope you understand this is not an HTML page. This is a JSON data being thrown to us. We are looking at a JSON data, just showing us this char ID and first name and all those things in a comma separated values, or the JSON format. I don't want them into that one. Rather, I want them to be specifically. I want them to be in a format that looks more like HTML page that would be just showing all these things to us. So that is something, that is the purpose of our thing. So for that, what we'll do, let's come over here. First of all, I'll go to my view, and I will create a new. So again, the first of the background steps, I've just done that. I have added express handlebars. I have just given view engine as like the handlebar. Now what I'm doing is that I'm creating a new view, and I might call it characters dot HBS. Now you see a mustache like the symbol with that one. So characters dot HBS. So what I'm doing, I am creating a file that would show me characters, and not only it will show me characters, rather it will show me in a proper HTML format, having my data into it, right? So let's first of all create an HTML page over here, and just create this one, and use it, like I'm just giving a title using HBS to show data, handlebars to show data, right? And now inside body, what you want to do? For example, first of all, I'll say this h2, and I'll say list of all characters. Right now, we are just trying to manage that. As I said, right now it's just throwing everything to us. I don't want this. I do want it to be in a very proper HTML format, right? So let's talk about. I want to create, maybe let's draw a line over HR horizontal ruler, and now let's create a table. So we have got a table, and inside table we have something called T head that we can create. So header we are creating. Inside that T head we can create a TR, and inside that we can create THs, right? So character right ID. I want to just first of all show the character ID, and let me just do that. Rather, I hope you people know about this. So the shortcut of creating these tags. I hope you have used them. Again, I have to make 4th. So there are lots of shortcuts that you can use in your in your Visual Studio Code, and this is one of the. Do you people, are you people like familiar with this one? Creating the code by using just writing out 2 lines of code, one line, and then creating that one. Other than Alex, if someone is familiar, yeah, I knew it. I knew it. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll repeat that HPS as well. But first of all, right. My question is a bit different right now, Pradeep. Can you just answer this one? That I have done something like this. If you are familiar with this syntax, okay, that's good. That's good. You are familiar, and looks like everyone will be familiar. So I'm not going into detail. So Pradeep's question is, what is HBS? Typically, HBS. Why we are discussing HBS? HBS is handlebars. Handlebars are what they are called. So this is the term. So these are template engines that we have in our Express.js. Why do we use them? We use them to make a proper HTML page and plug in the data into it. What does that mean? Again, because you were not there in our last class, or maybe you can have a look at this example. If you see here, if I have to embed this data, some data, which is the JSON data over here, I want to embed this data into HTML. See here, Pradeep, what I need to do, one of the way, I will create a string, HTML string, equal to inverted commas, doc type, so and so and so and plus, so and so and so and plus, so and so and plus. And you see, all of this is generally a normal HTML that I'm just trying to create. And after that, if you see, this is the main important part. Here I am plugging in my some data. Pradeep, are you getting that? I hope you're getting that concept what I'm just trying to explain. Good. So this some data has been plugged in over here. Some data dot name dot age dot plug. Now this string is over here, and now I can send this string. This is very legal way. But do you think this would be a very complex when we'll have multiple types of data, multiple types of HTML? It will become more and more complex. And this string, you always need to keep track of where your inverted commas are ending, where your plus is there, and etc. When concatenation happening like that. So this is one way of doing that, but this is not of course, this is not the beautiful way, or this is not the right way, or the correct way of doing that. So for that, what we introduce while we are discussing handlebars, there is something called a template engine that we use. There are multiple templates, which we talked about this in last class. So handlebar is one of them. You got the point? So here we are discussing the handlebar. So first of all, the definition of template engine. A template engine enables you to use static template files in your application. At runtime, the template engine replaces variables in a template file with the actual values and transforms the template into an HTML sent to the client. This approach makes it easier to design an HTML. You getting that, Pradeep? So this all fuss that you are creating, you want to make. Yeah, thank you. So now you can just go and read that one as well. Handlebar is one of them, and handlebar is recognized with these curly braces, thousands of curly braces together. So typically it's two, right? So thousands of curly braces if you are mentioning, that means you are talking about the. And this is the thing over here that has happened. So there was a. So let's just giving you another. I want to just convert these characters into a proper a proper HTML page, a table showing this data. And for doing that, plugging in the data coming from the JSON, I'm using handlebar. I hope that clears out all the picture, right? Okay, that's good. Thank you. Right. So this is an HTML page. Okay. So I'm very happy that you people know about it. So now what I will do is just I will just write down the things over here. So now full name and then email. Again, all the data that I want to show here. Hero question mark, whether they are hero or not, right? So this row completed. Not only row completed, our head is also completed. And now the P body, like the body of the table. Now this is important and this is very interesting. So there are different logics that we can implement in our handlebars. First of all, you know that we recognize our data with these two curly braces. What I want here, any number of characters that are coming from the back, these characters, I want to display them each one by one. Right? So it means when someone will call this route character.hbs, they will provide us the data for that. Now I'm saving this till now, till this point, and I'm going back to server.js. Why I am going to server.js? Because here I want you to know that this is the value where you are getting the JSON data. You see, output. This is the output of this code. You see here character. Just go and get all characters. And where this get all characters coming from? Anyone other than Alex? Can anyone tell me? And of course, other than Arvind as well, because you both are taking classes continuously or so what this get all characters, where this get all characters is coming from? Anyone else? It's coming from our data service. You remember? Get all characters function. We have defined this function, which is using the promise to provide us the data. And I hope if you can find the similarities between this and your assignment, the assignment 2 or assignment 1, assignment 2 that you have worked on. Anyhow, so here this route is basically taking us and bringing up this JSON data. No HTML, nothing happening over here. But now I want something interesting over here. And what I don't want to throw this res.json. Rather, I want to render a page over here. And what page I want here? I want characters. No .hbs required. Characters. Are you people getting the concept? I want to render a character page. And what is the character page? This one, my HBS page. I don't even need a .hbs. And why don't I need it? Because I have told it that I will be using the HBS engine for viewing. Got everyone? Now, after getting the characters, there are few properties that I need to set over here. What is that? I need to send the data. So this data that has been received by get all characters, right? I want to send that. And how I'm sending? I'm sending with the name of characters. I say characters is equal to data and layout false. Those who are present on Tuesday, can they just give a slight idea why we do this layout false? If you remember, like those two people who were there in our Tuesday's class, why do we do this layout false? First of all, what is this characters? Characters is the name of data that I'm sending, and where is this data coming from? This data is coming from this data dot get all characters. Because when we'll call this get all characters, it will return the data. This character, these all data will be coming back and we are receiving the data over here, and we are sending that with the name of characters, and this is the data which is going. Why do we do layout false? Does anyone remember? Layout false. If no one remembers, I won't tell it. Why? Because I will leave it for you. Research about layout, because this is something I told in the last lecture, and you can, by this research, I mean that you can look at, I've not shared my video of last lecture, like Tuesday's lecture, but I'll share that. So you can find this answer over there. This is, I've just given a slight answer of it. Not a detailed discussion, but there is something on answer. And you need to find that, you have to hunt that treasure, right? Anyhow, so what I'm saying now get all characters should not send raw JSON. No, not at all. Thank you. So res.render render characters will send data from from this one. So again, don't send the raw JSON, rather send our proper data. What is that? Like a proper HBS file, not HTML file. HBS file. Characters in HBS file. Open that file and send the data with the name of characters. Right? So now I save this one. Right? And not only this one, rather here also I want to render these characters again, but without data. Render what I want, characters. And here I will just pass one thing. Message. I'm passing a message. No results found. If the results are not found, you just go and say no results found. Right? So this is something that I've done. Now, why I've done that? I have to reference this character because this is coming as a data. So now come over here, and what you will do over here is that we'll be talking about character. Now here characters will be recognized as the data which is coming from the hash. Now, one of the construct you can find, there are lots of constructs, is each, hash each. Each slash character. This each is more familiar to for each or something. That is, so here if you want to use, you will be using this hash symbol, number symbol, buffer symbol, and then each. For each characters that we have received, do something. Create a row for every character. But everyone, not only create a row, rather do something else as well. You create, again, let's create 4 TD. TD multiplied by 4. Now 4 TD created. Now what I want in the first TD, see here. In the first TD, I want to have char ID. For every character, for each character, first of all, go and find out char ID. Got everyone? Okay, and also find what? Let's do something. Because I'm saying full name, so I want to know first name and last name. And why I'm using these camel casing or something, or how do I know I'm using the right characters? How can I check that? I'll have to use the characters. This is char ID is all small. First name is camel case, and last name is also camel case. Email is all simple. Is0 is also camel case. Got everyone? That's why I'm just doing that. So I need first name, and then what I need here, I need an email. Right? So the next one is email. And last one is, again, what I'll do is hero. So is he a hero or not? True or false? We'll just receive that in that hero. Right? So now we have to do something else. And what we have to do, we have to end the each. And to end each is very simple. Start with the hash and end with the forward slash. I hope everyone is with me now. So it means now what I'm expecting that when I will hit this characters, if the characters are found, data.get all characters, data.get all characters, it will go here and find out if the characters are found. It will just bring up those characters, and it will just pass that characters, that will come in the data, and the data will be passed as characters again to the characters file, and that character file should be capable of receiving and just showing me all the information. Right? So now let's run it and see if it works. Our file is already running on 8080. Now, if I refresh it, does everyone see this? Now the data is coming, but in a very different fashion. Got everyone? What is happening? I hope everyone is with me. That I have just created a table, and that table is basically showing us what the different options that we have. So we have created a table. There is a like this is that we have, and then we have just this table, and now it is just replying us with a proper formatted table. How many of you can run that? Anyhow, I'll take this feedback later on. Now I want to do something more interesting. What is that? I want to do something that whenever this appears, so I want to do two things. I want this alex@abc.com to be a clickable link where it will open up the email of Alex Smith. This will open Alex to Smith through email, and this will open up to so on. I want to do that. So how I can do that? Anyone can tell me? So I'll come to this email, right? And here I'll have to create some HTML. A href equal to mail to. You know about mail to, right? Mail to, and what I do is that I'll just take that one inside inverted commas and close the tag sign. You understand? I want to create it a link. Now, what I'll do, and what I want over here, of course, I want email over here. So this email is become a mail to link as well, and this email should appear over here. But everyone, just check that. Save, and now come here and now run. You see that now it is, and if you see my status bar, you'll find out that it says mail to alex@abc, mail to alex2.at.abc, mail to alex3@abc. See my, and you can just click on that and you'll have your Outlook open or whatever. I don't want to add anything, right? So this is basically mail to is active. I need another thing, another very interesting thing, that when user clicks on any of the name, if it clicks Alex Smith or maybe Alex2, Alex3, Alex4, so whenever they click on it, only that user's data should be visible on the new page. You know what I mean? I want to display that character onto a new page. So now, what I want to do here, what I'll do is that I'll come over here now, same like email, and I will create an HTML a href equal to now here I have to just represent a path or any path, whatever. So let's suppose I have not created that. Let's suppose I will create another HBS and I will call it show character. And it will be again, let's show character. I'm opening up a path, show character, and here I am giving, interestingly, char ID. So I will pass what? The char ID to that. If you see here, now this A is created, ahref. Now I will cut this A, like ending A from here, and put it over here. I will understand that what I want. I want to pass the character ID of that user, because every user, and that character ID should be passed to the show character, and that show character should receive this ID and do something. Okay, let's do that. Let's try that out. Is that a link? Yes, now it's a link. Now if I click on that, what will happen right now? Other than the link again. I'm sorry, but I want rest everyone also to be participate in the class, because usually people are not replying. Yeah. So anyone, what will happen if I click on it right now? Anyone who can answer this? What will happen if I click Alex Smith or Alex2 or Alex3? That's good. JSON data. Anyone else? Anyone else? You say that JSON data will appear. Good. Anyone else? Open new page route to show. Oh, exactly. That's excellent. You know, it will open up a route. And does this route exist? No. If that route does not exist, of course it will say I cannot get. I don't find that page because show character dash one is not present. Slash one is not present. Thank you very much, Arvind. Thank you very much. Very good answer. Right. So this is show character one. You know, Karthik, because why? Because we are not showing the JSON data. Rather, we have asked it to go to that path, show character. So it means I need to create what? I need to create a new file inside view. And what should I call it? Show character dot HBS. Are you people getting that? I'm talking about show character. Right? So show character. And okay, let's do one thing. Let's create an HTML file that will show the only the character whose you know ID has been received. So I've created that show single character. Show character, just call it show character. Right? So it will be showing one character. And I'm not creating a complete page. Rather, what I'll do is that I will just, you know, for example, I'll just show, what should I do here? Maybe just let's create a form. And I'm not giving any action to it. Rather, I'm just, you know, creating an input ID. Type is equal to text. And so now what I want to see here, do here. Type is equal to text, and maybe what I can say, name is equal to first name. You can call it anything, right? First, because this is HTML pure. So value, this is important. Value is equal to, here I want the value from where? From the data that has been coming from. Like, you know, it will show only that character which is coming from. Right? So it means I need data from here. And if I need the data here, I'm just saving this because I don't have. Do you think I will have to create this show character path as well over here? Of course, because there is no show character path here. Right? So I'll just copy this one. I'll come here, paste. So what path I want to make? I want to make show character. So character, not character. Not only that, rather ID. Is that clear? Now, interestingly, this won't work first because we are not getting all characters. We want only one character. I hope everyone is getting that. I want to have only one character, right? So to get one character, I need to have a function, maybe get character by ID, because I don't have that function in my data service. You see, we have got this function, get all heroes, but we do not have get character by ID. So let's create not get all characters, rather get character by ID. So I'm creating another function, not get all characters, get character by ID. Just using that, you know, the same DOM manipulation functions format. But anyhow, you can just create that one anyhow. So this will also just do something. This will just return something to us, and on the basis of what, we'll see that. Right? It will just resolve and do something else. Right. So now what it will do? Let's create a variable found character equal to null. I've created a found character and I want to just, you know, store if the character is found, I'll just store it over here, right? So for let I equal to 0, I less than characters dot length. What is this character? Of course, you know, the main our like global array that has been maintained for keeping up the values. So for let I is equal to 0, I less than characters and characters dot length and I plus 1. So now if characters of I dot char ID, because we are matching what char ID equals, or rather if you can use 2 equals num char ID equals num, right? So what do? Found char equal to characters of I. So whatever is being found, just store that one inside. right? So now here we can check both ways. So I'm checking not found character. If there is no found char, do what? Reject. If that not found, character not found in data. So character is not found, right? But if it is found, do what? Resolve. Found char. Right? I hope everyone is with me. And now I have just created a function. And this function is get character by ID. Oh, okay, I'm missing something. I function. This one is starting. This one is okay. 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 I think what is this one? Which bracket I have missed out? Okay, okay. One thing I've just forgotten. And what is this? What is this num? No one has asked. This num will be the value that would be passed through. First of all, I missed that out because I'm just checking whatever number will be passed to this character ID, and it will just check over here. But right now, I have to look at which bracket I have just missed out. We have color code. This one ending over here. Am I missing this one? Okay, let's see. So I don't need this one, maybe. And that will fine. I think this is now fine. Right. Let's see. So I've just created this function that will accept one value and check according to that value. If that value found, it is equal to num. It will just store that one. So save that one. And now I can use this one, this function in my this route, right? And this route is basically what for finding out the characters. So now let's see what will happen. Okay, so what we'll do, data dot get characters by get character by ID. Now I'm calling this function, and on the basis of what? Can anyone tell me? I have to check request dot params dot ID because ID is coming from what? The request dot param, right? And you know that this will return us what? A promise, and I have to check that promise. If promise is there, then there will be a data. If successful, this data will be what? Let me just see. If you receive a data, res dot render. Okay, which file should I call here? Show character. And not only this show character will be found, but also I will provide it the data. And now I won't be providing it all characters, rather I'll be providing a single character because there is a single character being coming over here. The character is equal to data. And not only that, we have to do layout false, which I have not told you. And I've asked you people to just go home and find about that. Now, this then part is completed. Now I need a catch part. So if error happens, do what? Run a function. And in this function, do what? You have to do res dot send. Maybe we are just sending no data found. Right. Okay, maybe something wrong. Maybe. So this just do res dot send, and you just send off the back the data, right? So let's see if it works. So we have created a path for the show character slash ID. Save that one, and now let's see what happens. I have these all names. Refresh this. My path is working. No data found. It means it is going into that no data found. Here, it's not finding out the data over there. And why it is not finding out, maybe I just misread a logic. I'll just talk about check with that. Okay, if I do that, no data found, so it's not finding out the values from that one. So maybe there may be something wrong with my data service. Let's check this one. None is passed, found characters null, characters dot length checking, characters of I dot char ID equals num. It is equal num. Let me check it with the pre-equal. Sometimes, you know, because of the type, sometimes conversion type happens, and that might create some problem. Okay, still not data found. Okay, so let me just keep it equal characters, found characters with the characters I, and if not found, character not found in data. If found, resolve found char. Found char will be returned. So whatever character is found, that will be returned to where it is returning that character over here. So I'm passing this parameter ID over here. You see, you can also check if maybe if I'm doing something wrong somewhere. ID and then data equal to result underscore character, and otherwise then no data. So it means it's going to this error part, not going to our data. Okay. Interesting. Okay, just checking it with passing of the value. Like again, let's check by passing, you know, hardcore too, so that if it is accessing that or not. Okay. Still not accessing. It means it's not. What's going on here? The data should be just hold on a minute. Right. So now let's run this one, and I hope to see something over here. So Alex2. Why Alex2? Oh yeah. So I think it's no. Let's see what is coming up. So this one was the first one. If I do, it's showing Alex2. Oh, it's because yeah. Thank you. I has a hard coded 2. I knew it. I was not waiting for you, right? Okay. So I'll have to what rect dot crayons dot id. So I want to pass it an id, right? That's good to know. Refresh it. Alex Smith is Alex. That's thank you very much. And Alex2 is Alex2. So we are getting that data over here. Alex4. Alex, you are everywhere. So you see here what is going on. So now what's going on? It's basically it's showing that now we can just access that one. So typically what we are doing now, someone asked a question in the beginning. Now we have got two HBS files, characters.hbs and show character.hbs, right? And before that, if we were accessing the character, it was just throwing simple JSON file, while as here it is just, you know, giving us the typically the right thing. I don't need this one anymore, right? So I'm just doing what I am just, you know, passing these values. This is typically what showing us what data has been found. If there is a data, it just gives us, and if there is no data, of course, we can just check that one, and I can check by passing. Okay, which URL is passed show character. So if I just pass show character 5, which is not there, of course, no data will be found because 5 is not there in our data. Does that make sense? Thank you very much for saving us. I was making a little, you know, mistake, and there was a spelling mistake. Anyhow, now everyone got that. So this is basically what. So typically, what I was talking about, this all is being covered over there. I've given this example where we have covered all those things, and you can add the logics to the templates. You have to just, you can just go and read that. You can use an if data not visible, if logic. You can use this each, which we have used, each helper. There are helper. You see each data and else or whatever. If you want to do that. So these are all things that you have to just, writing custom helpers. You can write your own custom helpers as well, and you will be just doing those definitions over there, and those custom helpers will be working you out. So this is something that you have to just write about. And then we have, this is something called the partial templates. So we can just create some partial templates over here, and we can run them. And these partial templates are, this is the format for typically excluding that one. So this is something that I'll be leaving on you, that you just, so this is the layout of default, that the thing I was talking about. You have to just go and read it over here, that if their layout, master layout is being defined or not defined, what will happen, right? So you can define a main layout, or you can just work without that one. If you are working without that one, you will have to just show that same layout false. And if you are working with that one, you will have to show that you have a main file. This will be done. So this is something that I've just left on you, that you people will be just going and trying to read all these. So these are the notes that you have to just read about. Having said that, we have next week as our student success week, right? And so we won't be meeting on I think it's 29th and first July anyhow off, but anyhow, so we will be meeting now after the next week. So what will be the next our meeting time? So yes, our next class is supposed to be on 29th, which won't help. Supposed to be on 1st July, which won't help. And then we will be meeting on this 6th of July. Right? Any questions thus far from anyone? I would like you people to please just work on that, because if you have not worked on this, this multer and everything, that will help you a lot in your assignment making as well. Right? Any questions thus far? Okay. So now, if you do not have any questions, let's wind it up. And this was all the topics that we had to discuss. And now we will be just we'll be meeting on July, whatever date it was. It would be. We'll be just meeting next week, next to next week. Thank you very much all for joining in, and I will be posting